Hey y'all, it's Grizz here at Windmill Farms. We're coming to you today from Banner. Excuse the damn traffic going down the road. My dad's house over here where we got another beehive at is right on the county road. Normally this county road has no traffic, but apparently today we got a major thoroughfare through here, people. Anyway, we're over here to rob the hive today. It's July 24th. We only rob our hives once a year. We're not about a whole lot of honey production. We just want at least one honey dip in a year, so we're going to get this. But I realized I hadn't showed anybody how to get your smoker going. And this is a smoker with a bellow, and it's easy to do. Get you some paper, wad it up. Go ahead and get it started catching on fire as good as best you can. I use a piece of newspaper or a piece of napkin like this. Get it going. Stick it down in there. Give it a couple of puffs. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get that thing getting in there where I get a good fire. Once I get a good fire going in there, I'm gonna actually add. All right, y'all can see off in there. Can you see it? Got a good fire, I can tell. See that fire coming out of the top of it there, people? All right, once you get a good fire going in there, don't need that twig. Go on. Take you some pine, and the key to this is stuff it down in there. Get it down in there. Get it going. See how much smoke is coming out as you get that heat built back up in it? Now, I personally use pine, just what I do. They make bed and they make all kind of things that you can do in there. It's whatever you want to put in here. Like I said, I just use the pine because it's something I got readily available in the woods around here. I'm trying to get it all inside there and I'm having a hard time. Can't see it all. And there you go. Now, alright, now that smoker, once it started like this, it'll sit there and pump all day long. If you notice it's not putting out much smoke and you need some more, all you gotta do is open it up, throw you some more pine on top of it, pack it down in there, hit it a couple times, you'll notice it'll get back up to smoking, you're good to go. But we're good like this. We're gonna put our veils and stuff on. We'll be back with y'all in a little bit when we get out to the actual hive and start robbing it. So y'all be safe and join us in just a few minutes. Let me know when you're ready. Hey y'all, it's Grizz here at Windmill Farms. As I said a while ago, after we got the smoker going, I was going to come out here and we're going to rob this hive. As you notice, even me right in front of the hive here, these bees are not aggressive at all. We got our bees from Red Belly Bee Farm over in Myrtle, Mississippi. I highly recommend the gentleman. He's very knowledgeable, has a real good rate on his bees, and everybody that's gotten his bees talk about how just overall good-natured and gentle the bees are. This particular set of bees here is more aggressive than the ones I got at home. You'll probably see it when I actually get into the hive. The ones I got at home were not near as aggressive when I broke into the hive early in the spring. These were a little bit more aggressive. But what we're going to do right now is this right here is called your brooder. This right here is your lander. They'll land right here and they go in through the opening of the hive here. This is your brooder. This is where the queen puts the larvae and everything else. This is where she spends her time laying eggs. This right here, I do not have a queen separator in here. Let me explain that. This right here is a super, and this is a super. This is a deep. I leave that on there for their honey stores for the winter. And if everything looks good, we'll rob from here. I might pull one or two out of here. Depends on what the hive looks like when I get in there. While we're in here, we're going to go ahead and just do a basic inspection all the way to the bottom and see what things are looking like in there, all right? I've got some extra frames back here and an extra super back here. Let's get in here and see what we got. See where we're going with these break bees today. Now, I'm not going to over hit them. See how instantly, as soon as that smoke hit them, notice how they all suddenly started. It don't take much. All right. I always put some just around the top right here, and I'm gonna start breaking into it. I always push mine one side to the other. I actually learned from somebody else not to pull straight up on your hive, because when you do, a lot of times you'll actually pull the hive up. I've got roaches in there. We're gonna have to do a little cleaning today. I've got some dead bees on the top of this thing, but let's go ahead and just set that up right there like that. We'll worry about cleaning that here in a little bit while I'm right here. As you see, there's a lot of ones from last time I was in here that are dead along that edge. So let's go ahead and just clean that off. Okay, they've not put much up here in this. We might actually have to go down and actually rob down in the actual big super that I normally leave for the winter time, because I'm not seeing, other than putting the glue in, I'm not seeing much activity here. Yeah, there ain't nothing in these hardly at all. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to bypass this. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to bypass this. Let me see if I can get an edge in here. There we go. Alrighty. So we're just going to bypass this and get this off of here. I'll set this down over here. While I'm here, once again, I'm just going to do some basic cleaning up. I know a lot of people that keep that wax, and that's fine too. I'm not worried about it this year. We're more getting our feet wet with this than anything else. So I'm trying to break this one hive loose here. There it goes. I'm gonna see if I can get an edge out of here and just start lifting it up. That's just the guards. They're coming out. They'll headbutt you a lot of times. 'Cause be quite honest with you, they understand that if they sting you, then they're done for the day. Man, look at all that honey in there, would you? This side, they're actually, on this side, they've actually done what's called a double. If you see there, let me see if I can put this up here. They've capped it once, and they're building out again. That's actually a double on this one. I don't know why they did it when they had extra room in the top of this thing. Let's go over here on this side here. Boy, they're staying to it today. Did you bring the brush, baby?
Uh-uh.
Alright. Looks like they did a double in most of this. Anyway, we're going to be back with you after a while. Let me get these bees off here and get to getting them put in the thing. We'll be back with y'all in just a little bit, alright? Hey y'all, if you take a look down in here, you'll just see they're busy up in here right now.
Ooh.
That's not good. Back on. Hey y'all, we had to take a little break there for a second. Actually, if you notice how the bees are starting to just even come at me out here, what happened was I got stung a couple of times on my hand through them lighter gloves I had on. As you see, they're trying to look at my hand. They're smelling the pheromone. This is the reason why we're telling you we don't swat a bee, don't smash a bee. We're trying to tell you this because if they ever release that pheromone on you, you're pretty well screwed for that little bit. That's what happened here. I've got about 10 stings on the back of my hand right here from them other gloves I had on. Overall, they're not too aggressive right now, but at the same time, I get closer than this to that thing and they start popping me left and right. They can still smell that pheromone even through this glove. They know that that says that's an alarm. That's, hey, come to me. We have a problem here. So, see, they're popping the front of my face mask now. They know. See how they're coming to my hand? They can smell it on my hand. But what we're going to do is since we had to get down into this super, which I don't like getting into above the brooder, we're going to take just the 3 we got right there. We're going to go cut them out. I'm going to get this one and try to get it back down inside the hive here. And if I can smoke them enough to get them back calmed down, I'm going to try to separate them a little bit and give everybody a chance to settle down. So we're going to go get some honey, and we'll be back with y'all in a little bit. And as always, be safe. Well, they are not happy with me right now. Oh well. Hey y'all, it's Grizz here at Windmill Farm. It's hot today. But anyway, as you see, we only, like I said, we pulled 3 out. We're going to extract 3 of these. I'm actually going to do a total rob of it. I'm going to take the honeycomb and all out and worry about squeezing and getting the honeycomb out. One reason that I'm doing that is I make stuff in my medieval reenactment that we do with beeswax. So I'm kind of wanting a little bit of that. That's the reason I didn't rob everything at one time. And I just want a little bit of honey. I'm not worried about getting a whole bunch. But we'll see how much we get here the first time, all right? So we're going to go ahead. One of the ways that you can do this, you can do it with a heat knife where you just take the caps off, put it in a spinner, spin it out. There's a thing called a comb that they can use, a scraper. I didn't know about that until here recently when I watched the video. I didn't even know the thing existed. All I use is the tool. I go into the foundation, push down, take the honeycomb and all out. But basically what you're doing is you're just going in, and you're just going right down the foundation. You're see, I mean, you see all the honey that's already coming out of this. I mean, that is some golden rich honey. If you want to come over here and look in that bucket, you can see how much honeycomb and honey we've already gotten, and I just went down not even, you know, one full side so far. You see how much honey's already down there. So we're going to spin this out a little bit more right in here. I'll come in right here. Well, let me get that piece of grass out of it. I will say that as far as mistakes I've made this first year, not having some kind of a table out there next to it. I've seen people that had it in their videos. Now I understand why it's as important as it is. It's hard for me to do this when I can't see. But you get the gist of it. We're going to rob this, and then we'll be back with y'all when we're done robbing, so we can show you how much honey and honeycomb we got out of it. All right? As always, be safe.